Okay guys, JH, welcome to Practice Tee. Okay, today, guys, it's tin tacks time. Just got to ram this, what this swing's all about. There's clearly a misunderstanding, even with some of the guys that my guys over here, clearly a misunderstanding. Now, there doesn't have to be a difficulty in uptaking this geometry. This geometry is so simple. All this golf swing is designed to do is create a channel that can't change, that the club is in and the club is delivered to the golf ball in that channel. A one-way channel. It's only going one way. That's the simplicity of it. We are structuring the body so the club goes only one way and it can't go any other way. And the mechanism for making sure that the club can't go any other way is the angle of the shoulders and the ball position. Well, the ball position is really crucial to the attack path. Now guys, I'll just go over something initially here. For anybody who's a slicer, and it's about 55 to 57% of club golfers slice the ball. It's a very big percentage. I was involved in a survey that I did personally about 20 years ago. Sat on the tee for 3 competition rounds and just catalogued what the people did off the first tee, straightaway hole and the ball flight. And it was about 55 to 57%. Why do we slice the ball, guys? Now, if the ball is going to start this way, here, and then curve back over there, it can only start that way if the club is going that way. Elementary, dear Watson? The ball can only start that way if the club is going that way across the ball or into the ball. Can't do anything else. Now, why does it go that way for a slicer across the ball? There's only one thing that lets the hands and the arms, which delivers this to the ball in that direction, there's only one thing that does that, and that's the alignment of the shoulders. Now, why does the slicer go that way? And why does the club go that way? It goes that way, guys, because the shoulders let the arms go that way. They are open to that line. Now, if the ball goes left and cuts back, it goes this way and then cuts back, that's across the line with an open club face. If it goes left and keeps going left, or left to left, that's across the line, the same swing path attack, but closed club face. That's the only difference. Now, why, invariably with a standard swing, do most people slice the ball? Because that ball position for a right-handed person, we'll talk about just a right-handed person here, but it's basically all the dominant side, guys. If you're setting up to a golf ball that's up there, just natural instinct makes you want to feel that you have to get up to that forward ball position. And that cocks all this trail side, this dominant side forward, and invariably it opens the shoulders. That's what it does. It just opens the shoulders. Here, for a club golfer, not a good golfer. I mean, Nicholas had the ball up here off his instep, but Jack had his shoulders closed. But that's the difference between the top echelon of golfer and the club golfer. The club golfer doesn't have that type of practice regime and doesn't need to because he's a club golfer. But if he's setting up with that ball position there, guys, he wants to feel like he's up on the ball. So this whole side feels like it wants to get out, and it does. It's out here, so we take it away, and then because it's out here, it just comes back out here, and the club comes this way. Now the club comes that way because the hands and the arms are attached to the club, and the hands and the arms are attached to the shoulders. Now where the shoulders go, the arms go. Simple stuff. They can't go anywhere else. If by the same token, if I was here with that ball position there, and I turned my shoulders there, and I kept them there, and I fired the club into the ball, the club goes that way, look. The line is here, look. The club goes that way. The ball goes that way. Because the path of the club is into out, guys. Conversely, if I've got this out shoulder here, and it's sticking out here, and the club's coming this way, the ball starts over there. It goes where the arms go, where the shoulders go. Where the shoulders are pointing, the arms go. Where the arms go, the club head goes. Guys, that's the basic elementary reality of why most people slice the ball from a conventional golf swing. Now, if you are a slicer, I promise you guys, this swing is the Holy Grail for you. Let me show you something. If I position the ball there, get here, then I back cock my shoulders. Look at my shoulders are aiming. So where does that mean that where does that mean the ball's going to go? It's going to start where my shoulders are pointing. That way. Now in the golf swing, it won't be that pronounced across the line, but it will still be in to out. So the ball will start in to out. Depending on the face angle that you have, if you have your face open a bit, it'll start in to out and keep going straight, just to push. So if you experience that, you've got to close your club face down a little bit so you get a little push draw. This gives you basically a push draw. I get, strangely enough, I get almost a straight shot. I don't know why, but I do. But all my, and when I was showing some guys in some long grass here yesterday, just showing them the track, where the divot, how the club tracks through the grass and shows the direction. And it's always in to out across the line. And conversely, when we get this shoulder out from the forward ball position, it's always across the line. I mean, the path is so clearly defined if you look at it. So guys, if you're a slicer, you cannot, and I came over here today, guys, and the grass is 4 inches deep. But if you're a slicer, there's no way you can slice the ball from this. You just can't do it. If I turn here, and then I back cock my shoulders, now what, my shoulders are now, if this club goes on the track of my shoulders and I keep my shoulders there, how does it get over the ball? I couldn't possibly get over the ball. To get over the ball to slice it, I mean, I'll try it from here. To get the ball to start left, I couldn't. I'd hit myself in the knee or the ankle with the golf club. I just couldn't do it. It's physically impossible. From a body geometry point of view, it's impossible to go there and get across the ball and pull slice it. I mean, I couldn't do that. So if you're a slicer, this is the best thing in the world for you. And one of the guys on the channel this morning said that he tried it, and he's a slicer, so I was hitting behind the ground and doing all sorts of things. Well, you know, that's because you're new to the swing and you're not doing it correctly yet. This basically eliminates a fat shot because the ball is so far back. It's so far back and the swing is shallower. So it will have a tendency to, if it does take any divots, they'll be actually very, very shallow. And most of the time you won't have any divots. You'll just have a clean collection of the golf ball. So guys, this is the tin tacks, and this is what I got to hammer. I really got to hammer this across. Really have to. Once we're here, and we come up here at 15 degrees, and we've got the chin back, I want the shoulder to stay there, guys. That's all I want to do. If I could actually stay dead still and hit the ball, that's what I want to do. Now there's dynamics in a golf swing, and we have rotary motion and inertia. You're coming into play, so we're not going to stay in that position there. But we want to think we are. We want to think that we're going to have a profound inside to out attack on the golf ball. We won't, but that's what we want to feel. We just want to feel that. We want to feel like once we back cock the shoulders, we want to feel like we stay there, and that's where the club goes here. That's what we want to feel like. You won't, and that, you know, that 45, 50 degree angle attack there across the line will come down to, you know, 7 or 8 degrees into out, which is what I've got on my swing at the moment. But it's all about shoulders. It's all about shoulder alignment and keeping the shoulder alignment. That's what it's about. And making sure that we get that pull off that lead hand, the lead shoulder, to keep this lead shoulder up and the trail shoulder down, which basically keeps them closed. Anytime we get this throwing out and this going down, we'll get an across the path. But you would find it very difficult to do. Very difficult to do with this golf swing. Guys, it's different, and you've got to go out and you've got to practice, and you cannot think that you can just take this out and just think you can pick it up straight away. It'll take you quite a while to pick it up, and you have to be diligent, and you have to think about what you're doing, and you have to go through the sequence. You've got to think about it. That's the reality, guys. You must think about this. It's indisputable geometry. If you understand the geometry and think about the geometry, if the club is coming from here, absolutely no way that I can come over the ball, and I can only come one way. How much I come, the degree of how much one way I come, is purely and simply a result of working out your own angles. That's what it's about. So guys, that's the cold, blunt explanation of this. If you're hitting the ball left, or you're not in position, your shoulders are nowhere near where they need to be. They have to be here, and they have to stay there, and that's the only way the club gets back to the ball, from in to out every time in the channel. The channel is created by the shoulders, guys, and the ball position. But I couldn't get to that back ball position if I didn't have closed shoulders. If I had open shoulders here, and I had that back ball position, and the shoulder was coming in here, I just pull it, because I just roll over the top of it and I just hit a straight pull. Because I'm not into out. That's the reality. I'm just not into out, and that is the reality. So guys, I just got to hammer this across. The club can't come over the ball, can't create a slicing action. If you're slicing it from this back ball position, you're not closed off to the target. You're not back cocked, and you're not staying there. You're simply not staying there. You haven't got a 5 o'clock chin, and you're not staying there. Because if I keep back there, that ball has to start in that direction. It can't go anywhere else. It's almost like this is locked in some jaws in a robot, and it has to do that, because these here are determining that. They are defining the attack angle for me. It can't go anywhere else, guys. I've got to tell you, it is just, it's the absolute indisputable geometry that you're applying here. If you apply the correct geometry, you cannot track the club across the ball. It has to be into out. How much into out and where you start the ball is purely and simply how you practice and how you set it up and work out your own variables. And I'll get more clearly definitive in that as we go forward. But guys, you just got to work on this here. You just got to work on being in this position here. Here, turn your feet, step away, come up, back cross here, and we're going to stay here. And guys, when we take the club back, we've got to make sure, I've got a bit of a tweaked shoulder at the moment, and that video I did yesterday, my shoulder turn is not, I'm not getting my lead side across, and I haven't got enough back cock on the shoulders, but that's only because I've got, a little bit of a tweaked shoulder, and it's quite painful at the moment. But essentially, guys, what we need to do, or absolutely, is that once we're here and once we're back cocked here, we need to get this shoulder across to that lead foot. And someone asked about the club. When I say you push it back with that lead hand, we don't push it that way. We're pushing it this way, rearwards. It's going this way, so we can reverse the procedure and have it going this way. So it's lead arm back and then pull down here. There it is, guys. That's the reality of it. That's the meat and potatoes of it. That's the tin tacks. You cannot go away from that. So if you're hitting behind the ball or hitting a fat or slicing, you're not doing this. You're not even close to doing this. And it's very hard for a novice player or a club player to take this out and try and apply this type of mechanics and geometry. It's very, very different. And it's very complex. And it requires a lot of discipline. And for someone who's always been an over-the-ball outsider, this is very difficult to do. Very difficult. But the benefits are fantastic. Okay, guys, I've just got, I don't know, I've got a blinking light there on the battery. I'll just, I'll have a look at that, and then I'll come back and I'll actually hit some shots and just show you how much commitment you really need for this lockdown of the shoulders and the channel.